Hey all. So just quick thing about whiteboard apps. Some of us really uh, like to be able to draw on things. So if I'm thinking about just drawing a quick diagram, there's this Awe app website which has a nice touch-friendly thing. Um, when you make a whiteboard, you can draw on it. If you hit collaborate, it makes this kind of shareable link. If you email this link to anyone at all, they can then without signing in, edit your whiteboard. They can erase the stuff that you're drawing, which is a bit problematic, but they can also add to the whiteboard. So this is kind of a nice way to get some collaboration between your students or have them draw out the problem. Being a mathematician, I oftentimes am dealing with lots of symbols that aren't very readily rendered in a text environment, and the students are really troubled by that. So instead of just taking pictures with our phones and emailing them back and forth, this lets us kind of draw on the same surface. It's touch friendly. This one's very convenient because you can actually go to this link on your phone, and then you can use a stylus on your phone to draw on this whiteboard. So I'm going to pause this recording and actually do that. So now I've got my Surface Pen doesn't work on that. So I've got the Awe app open on my phone, and I can draw on here, and you can see it kind of appearing on the screen. It takes a minute, and let me see. So it should be noted that you can zoom independently. And so one of the challenges with using this thing is sometimes this happens where you're kind of looking for something that someone has drawn off in the corner or something. If you need to pan around, the pan tool is pretty handy. If you need to pan around on the phone, 2 fingers somewhere gives you lets you drag, and it's got the usual pinch to zoom stuff. It works pretty well. There's a little bit of lag, so it takes some time for things to appear. I do find it convenient to have the students change what color they're writing with. And then there are some shape tools built in here, so if you want to draw, oops, that's not going to make what I wanted. Keyboard shortcuts work, so you can kind of Control-Z your way out of things. So if you wanted to draw an ellipsoid, you might do something like this. And then if you wanted to put some axes on it, there's a line tool in here somewhere. So you might be like, all right, lines. So this is, it's not the best drawing tool out there, but it's not bad. And it's fast and it's collaborative. It doesn't let you export very conveniently. You can always take a snip or something using the snipping tool. So if you want to take a snip, you do this. Oops, it already had it. Oops, I botched my snipping tool. So say I wanted to take, this part, I can snip that and then show it to someone else. And actually, if you have like a PDF of your textbook or something, you can use the snip tool to get a problem out of the textbook, and then wait, why didn't it let me do that? Copy, paste. Oh, bummer. This one doesn't let me insert images the way I thought it was going to. Oh, I could insert an image this way, that would work. So like if I wanted to insert, like, say, a picture of some bacon or a Disney princess, we'll do that. And then we could resize, mustache, all that. The other tool that's maybe worth mentioning is this tool Stormboard. This is a little bit more invasive. You have to create an account, log in, and the privacy settings aren't terrific. But it does let you have kind of threaded whiteboards. So you can see that I'm using this for one of my classes. So I've got like the PDF of the homework section here so that the students can see that. I've got these little individual whiteboards. So like this is one of my groups working. So we can open their whiteboard and see what they were working on. This one has more connectivity problems than the other one, and the loading is pretty slow. So while the save feature is handy, I'm not, I guess, totally convinced that it's worth the trouble. Whoops. Oh, and it should be noted that the mouse wheel control, oops, now I'm drawing. The mouse controls are inverted, which is a little bit weird. So if you do mouse wheel, it goes up, it goes down, and down goes up, which is very bizarre. You get used to it. But you can see that the students are able to write here. This is all student work for the most part. There's an arrow tool that they can use. There's, you know, highlighters and all that jazz. This one does actually let you paste snips in, which is kind of convenient. So here's your, you know, snip from whatever. Like usually for me, this is a snip of the homework problem from the book. So you can see that I started this group with a homework problem over here. Oops, right here. Oops, and control mouse wheel zooms in. So you can see they've got a problem directly from the book, and then they're working on the individual pieces. And this works pretty well in conjunction with the Discord app, because then they can be divided into groups, and they can be in their own little voice channel in the group and in their own little whiteboard in here. Hope it helps.